welcome. Here, sit up. How's it going? It's Quarantine Life with Andy Plajanos and Daphne Plajanos. You want to say hi to everybody? So I think I'm going to just do a short little interview with Daphne. Jeez. We'll start off with, is your tongue a different color than normal?
Yes.
Okay. Is your tongue a very different color than it normally is? What color is your tongue right now?
Blue.
Do you want to? I don't think anybody's going to believe you. Maybe you need to show everybody. That's blue. That's very blue. This is a daddy handling his business kind of day here. Where's Mommy? Do you remember where Mommy went? Don't pay attention to that. Do you remember where Mommy went? She went to go visit her sister. So it's just me and Daphne. Daphne and Daddy. Two great tastes that taste great together. Charlotte is at a friend's house literally around the corner where she gets to be in a pool. So that's pretty awesome. All right, so we were super jealous. Yesterday, Rich and Tony did a fry challenge. And so I'll get into that a little bit more in a bit. But Daphne and I are going to do a cookie challenge, if you can believe that. So we have a couple of these cookies. David's cookies, my mother had gotten frozen. They're frozen and they sit in the fridge, and actually it's really easy to make them. We got two different types, and we're going to compare them, right? What? Yeah, go ahead.
The first one that Daddy is going to be trying is a oatmeal cookie.
Oatmeal raisin, right?
Mm-mm,
We're both going to try.
Raisin. And the first one that I'm going to do is the white chocolate sprinkled cookie.
No, you're also going to do an oatmeal raisin. Mm-hmm. We're both going to try the oatmeal raisin. Ready? Mm-hmm. Here. We cut them in half. Ready? You ready? Mm. Now, I will tell you, very likely we're not going to score this very well. We think they're like the what do you call it? It's like a fake cookie. Like it pretends to be something it's not. Everybody thinks it's right. Didn't you think it was a chocolate chip cookie before?
Yes.
Right, and we were both very sadly mistaken. So what do you think? What do you think of that cookie?
Because I've been to the corner. It's kind of roasted, and I like it in the corners.
You like it in the corners when it's crispy like that? Mm-hmm. When it's roasted good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the oatmeal taste. It's sweet, so it's not like it's like...
Oh, yeah, I just tasted the sweet.
Yeah.
Because I didn't swallow, like, the smaller piece.
And, yeah, the raisins. I'm not a huge fan of raisins in a cookie. So I don't know. How many Bozies do you want to give that cookie? Out of 5 Bozies, how many Bozies do you give it? The most Bozies is actually the worst. Less Bozies better. So if you hated it, it would be 5 Bozies. If you really liked it, it would be 0 Bozies. The perfect cookie would be 0 Bozies.
5 Bozies.
5 Bozies. Yeah, I'm going to give it 4.5 Bozies myself. I'm really not a fan of oatmeal. Now, what's the other cookie, the next cookie we're going to try?
We're going to try the sprinkled white chocolate cookie.
Mm-hmm. It's like a sugar cookie with white chocolate in. Oh, you took the bigger part. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There you go. Oh, yeah. That's a lot more up my alley.
I give it 0.
Yeah, I give it 0 Bozies, too. That's the perfect cookie right there. Well, no Bozies means it's perfect. I like that it's a sugar cookie. What do you like about it?
That's white chocolate,
Yeah,
and it's really good.
Yeah, and it's like fun because it's got sprinkles on it. So, all right. Well, thank you very much, Daphne, for helping me. I love you very much, and you go do whatever the heck you want to do. Just don't kill anybody, okay? Again.
Right.
All right. There we go. Oh, let's see. Let's do the romper room portion of the night. We got hello Ken Pichelle and my buddy Josh and Danielle. Yes, I hope you see that I did use a modified Bose system. This is the Bose system, I think, the one we deserve, to be honest. Yeah, this morning, I gotta say, like, getting to this point, I watched To Knock 'Em Dead, which was great, and great to see Lou Pratz and his son. I'm a huge fan of Train State. There's actually a video. Lou, please remind me if I don't remember to do it. It's not so much train stations, but it's like a 1970s train video that I'd shared a while back. I think it's before you and I became friends on Facebook. Please remind me if I don't do it though, because it's like all the old Long Island Railroad trains and like some trestles. There's certain interchanges and whatnot. So, all right, we've got Mama Joan. What's up? Yes, she is a cutie. She's like terminally cute, like that kid. The other one, my kid, I love my kids both equally. I so prefer this romance to yesterday's. Yes. Well, I'm actually going to address that in a little bit. I'm actually going to reenact how I saw what happened yesterday. It was disturbing. But, yeah. Yeah, it was a lot to get here today. I had to drop off Charlotte. It's her best friend. It's a social distancing as much as they can at the. We don't have a pool. I refuse. We live on an island. It drives me nuts, and we're only going to use the pool for like 2 or 3 years and have the value added. It's not enough for the taxes we're going to have to pay. So yeah, let me see. Yeah, so we did that, and I had promised Daphne that we were gonna go look at action figures because she's really into my old action figures, which you'll see I've used. She's the one who found them, and then Patrick. There's somebody I missed this quarantine life thing, and I went to on this last Monday. Governors had an open mic night there at the patio, and I was able to get in, and there was like probably almost 15 of us, and everybody had a rough go of it. So like all of my comedy buddies and anybody who is a fan of comedy, kind of bear with us and bear with yourselves, comedians. It's Tim Gage was there, and actually I think Tim said the most profound, if not pertinent, thing about that mic, which was all of our timing is so off, and it was like just everybody telling jokes that a couple of pros. There were a couple of pros there, and they they're winners. I've heard them tell them before, and they're funny jokes. They just didn't. There's just something off. And we all kind of followed the same pattern, which started by the first couple of comics, the pros, in that where we would try like 3 or 4 new jokes that were written during the pandemic, and then went back because nobody's laughing. You go back to the thing that like, oh my God, let me get them back. Like you start freaking out. That's true, I think, anywhere, anytime. So it was difficult, and I suggest everybody get out there as soon as possible. And get back into the rhythm. I mean, some people obviously are going to be better and quicker at getting the rhythm back. And now also, Steve Rocco Perillo, has done a fantastic job kind of taking the lead of developing a couple of these outdoor open mics, not at Governor's, but definitely check out the Long Island the Long Island Comedy Scene Facebook page, with Jeff Bosey runs this perfect ship for Long Island comedy. Or contact Steve yourself. It's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and there's like 2 shows per day. That for open mics, which is just phenomenal. Like when you think about it, like hopefully the other people are going to be able to start getting into. But I've already reserved my spot for Monday. Monday's the only day I can do mics anyway. But I realized how much I was missing my comedy buddies. Jay is one of the people that I absolutely, when we hang out, we have a great time. It's always hilarious. And he's just one of the great people of Long Island comedy. Just one of the nicest, funniest guys you're going to meet. All right, so yeah, there's that. Let me see, I'm just making sure I'm doing the sharing stuff. And Bonnie, thank you for liking the video. I know, what's funny is like I often, when I look at my phone, this happens I think with trying to be supportive of like everybody else, you get a notification that somebody is live or whatever, and you're like, oh, cool. And then you're like, oh, wait, I can't listen to an hour of... And then you have to go back and watch it later, which happens to me all the time because I'm always having to do crazy things with my kids. I have not been to any garage shows, though. I hear they are, it's doing something for the first responders. It really does something for them. I'm not sure what. But if you can... it does come with a salad, from what I understand. But you do have to order the chicken marsala. Otherwise, the salad doesn't come. You pay extra for the salad. I think it's pretty obvious it's right on the menu. But anyway, I digress. I don't want this to get bogged down in the reading comprehension of menus lane. But I do have a couple of songs that I wanted to do, because again, like I've started kind of going back to work, but most of my time is spent, and since finding comedy, which is exactly 3 years ago, the beginning of June. So I've been doing comedy now for 3 years. This was such an epiphany, creatively, and just like I was in a weird place mentally, and it's really helped me make some fantastic friends. Like I said. Oh, please, if you have not seen Tim Saliani's Shut Up Stupid, Quarantine Life, there's 2 episodes. Both of them are fantastic. And he's working on another one. And I did something on the second one. I hope to do more in the third one. To be honest, actually, my buddy Billy Geyer and I are totally working on something right now. So that's gonna be super fun. Tim's great, and it's such a cool format, so that we get to kind of like our families get sick of us being like, look at me, look at me, look at me, after a while. So peaceful cards, no gum. I can't. I'm not spending my whole show on that guy. All right, so, you know what? I need to get my Who's and What's It. And by Who's and What's It, it's the what the fuck, right? Because I need to be on the second fret for this song. Actually, 2 out of the 3 songs today. And yes, I'm doing 3. This was such a cool song. And then when it was done on the Grammys a few years back with Kendrick Lamar, it's Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. And it's such a cool song. I mean, it's simple, and I do have friends who are like music snobs who think that they put Imagine Dragons in the same lane as Nickelback, even Green Day to a certain extent, The Killers, where it's like bands that are like writing songs that are sort of just like ear crack. They just like it's what your brain wants to hear. They're not trying to do anything artistic. But I kind of disagree because like whatever. It's kind of like comedy. Like not everybody's gonna be George Carlin. No, everybody's gonna be Dave Chappelle. So just gonna take me a second to get the rhythm down of this. I'm not a musician, by the way. I think I said the first time I did one of these that Dave Chappelle, I think, said that all comics wish they were musicians and all musicians think they're funny. So I'd taken up the guitar a few years ago, just as again I was trying to do like creative outlet thing, and at some point I realized that my hands don't do what they're supposed to, so I'm limited even in the songs that I do. But and even like rhythm and things like that, it takes me a second to kind of get. Waking up to ash and dust, wipe my brow, I sweat my rust, breathing in the chemical. Whoa, breaking in, shaping up, checking out on a prison bus. This is it. The apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up, feel it in my bones, enough to make my systems blow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Whoa. Whoa, radioactive, radioactive. Whoa, whoa, radioactive, radioactive. I raise my flags, I don my clothes. It's a revolution, I suppose. We're painted red to fit right in. Whoa, I'm breaking in, I'm shaping up, I'm checking out a prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up, feel it in my bones, enough to make my systems blow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Whoa, whoa, radioactive, radioactive. Whoa, whoa, radioactive, radioactive. All systems go. Sun hasn't died. Deep in my bones, straight from inside. I'm waking up, feel it in my bones, enough to make my systems blow. There we go. That's my favorite Imagine Dragons song. That's not true. Thunder's my favorite. And because having daughters is the coolest thing. If you can, I suggest it. If you have a choice. Um, First of all, if you've ever been to a playground, boys are obnoxious. But girls are so awesome. They are like ready to do any sort of stupid thing that I possibly could think of. And I guess maybe a perfect match, any stupid thing they want to do, I want to do. So whenever there's a thunderstorm, usually it's just my wife works evening, like late afternoon evenings, and that's when most thunderstorms are. So whenever there's a thunderstorm, we throw on any piece of music that has the word thunder in it, and we dance around like idiots. It's like literally one of my most favorite things ever in the world to do. So, hey Tim, yeah, that's a no for me, dog. I'm getting. Oh, see now, Danielle, the Green Day and Killers, that cat. I know, I disagree, but I've heard people. I've had friends of mine who are like super hardcore music snobs. And here's, you know what, I'm going to lose there's 8 people on here right now. I'm going to lose at least 4 of you. Not a Rush fan. It's just, yeah, it sounds really complicated and that sounds very hard to do. I don't like Rush. It's one of those things like growing up out here in Suffolk County, Port Jeff Station. Yes is another one. Like I like 2 Yes songs. I couldn't say between Rush and Yes. If I had said I didn't like them, I would have been killed by like the older kids because I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan. I think I might have even said this before, but love I get my progressive rock like I get my comedy from England, baby. So yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, so yesterday I want to do unfortunately I have to use. I didn't make up a sign, so I'm just gonna use my Plagianos family. Who's in WhatsApp? The graphics, the very fancy graphics that I made. So this is not actually the Plagianos family, but what it is the it's gonna be my reenaction of yesterday's Quarantine Life. Rich Rada, guest starring Tony Walker, the Fry Challenge. So. All right, wow. The name of that song, by the way, is "Hey Sailor." I never even set these guys up, so this is gonna actually you get a little sausage making going on right now, which is very apropos to what. All right, here we go. I'm not gonna play the music again. All right, so here you go. Oh look, Quarantine Life. Rich Rada. Hey, this is Rich Rada. Hey, how's it going? This is Rich Rada. And I'm Tony Walker. I love the Mets, and I know this guy in England named Elio. Yeah, so I invited Tony to come over to my house so we could eat fries and whatever happens after that. Yeah, I love fries, and I love anything bland in the world, pretty much. So let's try these fries. Okay. False pretenses. All right. Obviously, I didn't really write anything for that. I just kind of went off feeling. So I apologize if I offended anybody with that segment. But no, I actually did like the fry thing. That was part of me wishes like me. I don't know. You mash. I don't know how you would do it where Tony wouldn't. Like where you make it like a blind taste test and really I don't know, it was just like too good at figuring out the fries. So So yeah, I wanted to kind of do that. See, it's funny because now I have my laptop right underneath the phone, so I'm actually watching right now what what's happening here. I hate that I didn't like make a set that was like Rich's, like draw what Rich's office is like. Hey Taz, what's happening? You're just in time. This might be the best part. I'm not getting to hear any of this because I don't want to like create that sound obnoxiousness that other people seem to do. But we're getting to the part where they're about to make out. Oh, there we go. All right. Sorry, that was sort of. I didn't want to wait and have to look that over when afterwards, which is the ultimate narcissism that I think we all engage in. That do these, you do it, and then you go back, and then you want to read all the comments, and yeah, and then it's like, ha 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 ha, and there's like sort of a passive aggressive thing if somebody was like super funny but like insulting, and you're like, you like it, but you don't like give the laugh thing. Yes, Felix Freshwell, hello. Secondly, superheroes have kissed a lot. In my comic books. Anyway, okay. So here's your daily magic. Had to do that. I've been working on that trick for such a long time. Like I got to keep my thing. You're right, Tim. They should serve the fries in. If Tony ever opens up a restaurant, he should get tiny prosthetic legs made, or not tiny, like small ones that have like a, kind of like that cup that like is real, and that's what they serve the fries and tater tots in. Or I don't know. Tater tots seem too spicy for Tony, so we'll have to see. But yeah, like magic. Oh, and of course, like when with being in the old is keeping all of the keeping my instincts like a cat. I have to. If I don't do at least like 20 minutes of juggling a day, and that's why I kind of not going to juggle for 20 minutes for you guys. I'm just kind of again encapsulating what my quarantine life is like. Or let's go old school. That's how I used to start. I'd go like that, and then pum, 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 pum. And there he drops one. My grandfather always said you should always drop one to show people you're not perfect. But then, of course, you need to. No, I'm in the wrong spot in my house to do this. So I'm gonna hit the ceiling. I incorporated my drop in with the Who's and What's Up. So yeah. But what else am I? Oh wow, I went all out of order, which is fine. I just don't have a whole lot. Like I said, getting here was kind of crazy today. The day, like now that like everything's like opening up, I feel like. I'm seeing where like all the little things that were like that eat your time, stopping and getting gas, like that's like these 5 minutes that that's gone. Like you do 5 minutes, and now that's 5 minutes like for me twice a week because I got this big stupid truck. It's 10 minutes a week. Yeah, I don't know. And then then it puts you on a different traffic pattern sometimes with going home. So it could be at least 10 minutes. Oh, serve a leg of lamb at Tony's restaurant? I don't get it. Why would you do that? Anyway. I kind of knew. I knew that there was going to be... this is why I was going to need 3 songs, because I don't think I'm not going to fill the entire time, which seems like a waste. Oh, So I'm like the king of like the stupid purchase. I got this, and I actually wanted to do this for this, and it was it's this thing, and I was at Walmart trying to bribe Daphne into not being obnoxious, and here I'm gonna kind of go through. Oh, I need to actually. Let's see what happens now with the sound. This ought to be interesting. All right. So, I kind of wish that I could get this up like this. And here's the thing. Now it defeats the purpose to have to actually hold it up here myself. But like, yeah, I'm like I said, I am the impulse purchase king of East Setauket. Let's see if I lost the audio, because ever since I had the problem, that first one, I get very nervous about it. Oh, somebody else liked the video. Thanks, Anthony. All right, so I'm going to go into Love My Bob Dylan. Not even sure if I've done this before. It's just my favoriteest as an adult Bob Dylan song. Was not my favorite when I was young. I don't know what I would even say was my favorite when I was young. Well, you know what? I'm a huge Bob Dylan fan. My favorite song, which is I don't think that I always feel bad when I'm like, I pick the popular song that everybody likes. I think because my instinct was, well, I was always kind of different when I was a kid, and then so it always felt really weird when I liked the same things everybody else liked. It's like, oh wait, you sure that? So I feel like super fake sometimes, but like a Rolling Stone, to me, is like the summation of everyone's life. Like you can really, a little bit of mental gymnastics, but you can get you can really kind of like look back, especially as I'm getting older too, to be honest, where just certain lyrics just totally speak to I think everybody's life. So I would say that's my all-time favorite. So Tambourine Man is one that I've kind of come to, and I do have like again, impulse buy. I have the harmonica thing, and I have every key of harmonica. I'm just not very good at playing them yet. Like I need to practice a lot more before I do that. But so, and the other thing is, last week my guitar was, the last time 2 weeks ago, my guitar was out of tune. So I think my instinct was actually go back and do all of the songs that I did then. But yeah, no. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. Though I know the evenings and got tortured with the whole thing because I know not Bob Dylan is not a taste for everyone, and it certainly is not a taste for all times. Sucks because I'm like kind of hungry, and I'm staring at this stupid oatmeal raisin cookie that's left over. Just my daughter, we pre-planted this napkin in case Daphne was gonna think it was disgusting and she was gonna have to spit it out. So, because that was totally possible. That totally could have happened. All right, so that's Tambourine Man. Yeah, it's something I'm gonna miss from like the cooking that I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of, and I've gone back to cooking my chili that I used to make, and it's a vegetarian chili, not by design. It just happens to be that way. My dad went through a vegetarian phase when I was a kid, and so we were exposed to a lot of vegetarian foods. Like I was like 7, which is like literally the worst time to go through. Your dad, my parents were divorced, so every other weekend, no meat for you. But it was a couple of years, I guess. He was doing that. So we learned, like from watching him, and then when I was older and I started making my own food, I decided that like I remember that was really good. Let me try that. And so I make it's black beans, garbanzo beans or chickpeas, and kidney beans. Which kidney beans, my wife is one of these people that grew up, I guess, kind of like Tony in a way, and she just like very bland taste, and was afraid to eat beans. She did not even, but until she met me, and then I made this chili, and what she used to do is puree it and use it as a dip, but she's been able to kind of work her way to the point where she can eat it, but not the kidney beans, and because they're called kidney beans. So if anybody knows a different name for kidney beans, I can just tell her, oh no, that's not a kidney bean, that's a Dusharillo, or whatever. So that'd be great. Please send me a self-addressed stamped envelope. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna miss like cooking as much because I haven't. And really, this week, both me and my wife were back to full work loads, and I'm okay. I'm watching the guy. The guys came to do my lawn because I'm lazy, and for $25 a week, that's right up my lazy alley. They're great. I love them. I mean, they do like almost the whole neighborhood, and some of the people in the neighborhood not super happy with them. They're here cutting my grass. That makes me very happy. But so I keep on. There's dudes. My back door is right here. So I keep on seeing dudes. I used to work nights, and I have a bathroom that's kind of. Our house is like sunken into the ground a little bit, and so the bathroom window, like if somebody walks by, like me and a short Spanish dude are eye to eye, and my nightmare was always going to be that like I would be like washing my hair, like getting the soap out because this is when my hair was like way longer. Again, that's why my pantomime is this and not. So I'd be like this, and then like I accidentally looks in and sees me naked, and then we don't know that until the guy's out there with like the blower. Oh god. All right, maybe I'm not gonna be happy. No, they're fine. He's like blowing the my grill cover is like. That sounds so white right now. This is the least suburban that I've ever wanted to sound like. Like we wouldn't find out that he had seen me naked until we went outside and saw that he had slit his own throat with the weed whacker. It's a long way to get to that. I've tried to do that on stage before, and I can't. I don't know why I can't get it to work. I just can't. And I got to be okay with that. Renal filter beans. All right, Anthony. Got to Taz a burgundy bean. I like that. Oh, but it's too bad it's not periwinkle. Always, always take the opportunity to say periwinkle in a non-ironic sense. So it's one of the tiny rules in life, improves your life immediately. 42 minutes. Wow, I've just been rambling. I think when we all look back at this, we're gonna say like, "Oh, Daphne's like so awesome." And Andy, the only reason you live is to have made Daphne. She's she really is. She makes me laugh. Everything about that little girl makes me laugh. And anybody who is a friend of mine on Facebook, my wife shared a video of Daphne and I doing Let's Dance Disney Edition for the Wii. And like it's funny because everybody's like kind of laughing at me, I think, but I watch Daph. I watch Daph in that, and it just makes me laugh because she's this tiny person with like these like crazy moves. The other one's not as like movement oriented as she is, but so maybe it's like more of a shock because she's a little bitty Daphne. All right, I got one more song now. This song, kind of a little setup. It's like to look at all the songs that I learned how to play so far. There is sort of like a bit of a through line in that they are kind of depressing. Like there's depression is a part of it. And like I'm not a very good singer, and I'm obviously not a very good guitarist, so I have to change things slightly to so I feel like I'm doing a good job. So this is definitely one of them. It's a Tracy Chapman song, and I'm a massive Tracy Chapman fan. So like I'll be 45 this year. Graduated in '93. The 80s took a beating back in the day. They've kind of have a resurgence. But I would say that I miss the late 80s. I think the late 80s were some of the most interesting times that we've ever lived through. Doesn't hold a candle to now, obviously. And I think that's where Tracy Chapman, I first Fast Car, I think everybody, Suzanne Vega in that period of time, kind of like, so I had like this folk vibe that I grew up with. But this is a song called All That You Have Is Your Soul. It's from a little bit later. And so I could not find the music for when, and simplified chords from when Tracy Chapman, because Tracy Chapman's actually a really good guitarist. So what I have is the Emmylou Harris version. And I absolutely adore Emmylou Harris, like my whole life. Like now, you look at her in The Last Dance, the movie about the band, with Scorsese directed. Just such a beautiful and incredibly talented person. Just mind-blowingly so. Mind-blowing. So, I have the country version of a folk song, of kind of a R&B style folk song, which are some of the best. I grew up with a lot of protest music, to be honest. But anywho, All That You Have Is Your Soul. Sad song. I've only slightly changed the words to sort of gender thing. But it also kind of is pertinent to my life. Because it's funny to know people now and kind of they don't know the you that existed even just 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. This is Like, this is the part of aging that I wasn't expecting, I guess. Which, like, I like. Listen, I'm not one of these people. I'm getting old. I got the power alleys going. Like, I do not have the Widow's Peak. That's one of the reasons why when I do Dracula, I draw in the Widow's Peak. Is that's supposed to be stand-in for a hairpiece, like those old Catskill stand-ups, like wearing like a piece or whatever. So it's sort of oh, Danielle, you're gonna do Tracy Chapman. Well, this is all that you have is your soul, and again, I have a hard time with the rhythm in the beginning, pretty much always whenever I start playing this, because, and part of it is because this is the country version versus the original. Okay. Oh, my mama told me, 'cause she said she learned the hard way. Said she won't spare the children. She said, don't ever sell your soul away. Is all that you have is your soul. Don't be tempted by the shiny apple. Don't you eat of a bitter fruit. Hunger only for a taste of justice. Hunger only for the world of truth. Is all that you have is your soul. Well, I was a handsome young man once. I had dreams, I had high hopes. I stole a girl, I stole her heart away. I gave her love, what a high price she paid. And all that you have is your soul. Why was I such a young fool? Thought I'd make history, make babies was the best I could do. Thought I'd made something could be mine forever. Found out the hard way, one can't possess another. And all that you have is your soul. Don't be tempted by the shiny apple. Don't you eat of bitter fruit. Hunger only for a taste of justice. Hunger only for a world of truth. 'Cause all that you have is your soul. I thought that I could find a way. Beat the system, make a deal, and have no debts to pay. I take it all, I'd run away. Me for myself, first class and first rate. And all that you have is your soul. Here I am, I'm waiting for a better day. Second chance, a little luck to come my way. Hope to dream, hope that I can sleep again. Awaken the world with a clear conscience and clean hands. 'Cause all that you have is your soul. Don't be tempted by that shiny apple. Don't you eat over bitter fruit. Hunger only for a taste of justice. Hunger only for a world of truth. 'Cause all that you have is your soul. Oh, my mama told me, 'cause she said she learned the hard way. She said she wanna spare the children. She said don't give us all your soul away. 'Cause all that you have is your soul. And you know what? Go look it up. It's better when she does it, obviously. It is something, it's one of the few songs, modern era, I've absolutely paid for. And would pay again, would pay a million times over. Hopefully she gets the money, and probably not. But one can only hope. One can only hope. Let's see. Juras Fridas, Prans Judea Frisias. I don't know, I don't speak. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Ooh, you got two. You got two, Facebook. I wanted to do an entire one like this. Just the entire thing. Like, hey, what's up, guys? Hey, and then just have like the thing right here and be like, oh, hi, Danielle, and hey, Ken. Like, I also wanted to, like, because like this is supposed to be like quarantine life, like what you've been doing. I kind of was tempted because I have been doing a lot of writing. Where's my notebook? And I read the paper. I don't have the paper right here, but I just sit there and I read the paper, and then I'm like, oh, because it's just give you an idea. CIA recruiting goals, because I read a thing about the CIA looking to up their diversity. But like as a comedy kind of concept, where I would probably go with this, where I wanted to go when I was thinking of it, was what other recruiting goals does the CIA have? Or like, like what's Casual Friday with the CIA? What's that like? Like them as like a real... oh, this is a funny one because like archaeology, like that's one that I would really have loved to gone into and be purely because of Indiana Jones, for no other reason. I was reading the New York Times the other day, and it says incest is this is my note because this is what I took out of what I read. Incest is a primary trait of a hierarchical society, like prehistory. Like that's why, like the pharaohs were all inbred and everything. Well, apparently in Ireland, so the thing was in Ireland, they did a DNA test on like this burial mound, and they found that the guy that was buried there was a product of incest, and how that's like a conclusion that you can draw as like that they must have been like royalty, because it would have been okay. Oh, this is actually a good one because I would like actually. This is going to be a skit. I can't do this as stand up. I can't. But at least I don't. My brain doesn't work. Is that NASA is sending a like a helicopter, like a hobby helicopter? Well, it's not. It's like a NASA engineered like a RC remote controlled helicopter. So it is like a hobby helicopter to kind of like test out how rotating wing flight might work on Mars. So it's like, what other hobbies would inspire extraterrestrial experiments? Like, let's bring kinetic sand to Mars. Just seems. Oh, and then cheese demand is up. But like, I kind of wanted to do like literally 15 minutes of just me reading the paper and writing notes down. I think it would have been hilarious. Okay, never saw Friends, so I don't even know what these guys are talking about. I think I maybe sat through one episode of Friends, and that's because like I thought all of the females were very attractive, and I was like, I don't like this show. Anyway, I don't know if I have anything else. That's pretty much. Oh, I made it to 56. Cheese and crackers, you guys. For anybody who hung in there, wow, I am sorry. That was terrible. Alabama is royalty. Yeah, the whole state. That's what happens when a whole state thinks they're the king of the entire country, is Alabama. Which, well, we call Ridge here on Long Island, especially out east here, even though where I am is not actually really out east. Out east starts at the like Wading River. Or Ridge. Ridge is the Arkansas of Long Island. And that's what I would say. Alabama or Arkansas. It's either or. But hey, thank everybody for watching. I hope there was like some entertainment. I hope you got to get to know me better. I hope you enjoyed Daphne. I know I do. She is, again, hilarious. The kid just doesn't stop being cute. It's like you think the batteries are going to go bad, and they just don't. She just keeps being cuter and cuter every day. But yes, I love you guys. I hope it's not weird now. And you don't have to say I love you back. It'd be nice, but I love you. All right. Enjoy your weekend. Tune in tonight. My virtual sister Mandy and her husband G, who salt of the earth. Love that. Love hanging out with them. I hope I can actually see them soon. I'm super awkward when it comes to party invites. Have a great weekend, and see you soon. Go support live comedy.